everyone, and welcome back to Death Stranding 2. This is episode 17. Last time we delivered a BB pod to the Motherhood. We got an introduction to Deborah Wilson's character of the Doctor with her chiral hands. This one. And it's like this. Two matching hands. Very interesting there. But a cutscene with some lore about still baby syndrome and the BB pods and the work that the Doctor was doing for the UCA. We have been told that the Magellan cannot travel, and we have to go and pick up an order at the F2 South Distro Center. So we're going to do a bit of a journey ahead of us. So we'll be taking a journey through these places with some packages to hit up South Distro. Before we do that, we're going to open up the corpus and read up on the Doctor. And then I have changed the date and time on my console because I bought this game and played a little bit of it when it released in June. And then as I was playing through it, I didn't play it on my birthday, which was the 12th of the 7th. And I also didn't have our Magellan crew put together by that time. I have been informed that this game, as Metal Gear Solid 5 and Death Stranding 1 before it, do also take your birthday into account. So I've changed the date and time on my console to my birthday, and we're going to board the Magellan, and we're going to see what happens when that comes up. So a bit of a belated Death Stranding 2 birthday, I think. Hopefully that works. We'll see how we go. But the Doctor's corpus entry. The Doctor provides medical care to many new women suffering in the post-Stranding world. She is sometimes referred to as a psychic midwife. On account of her ability to remove babies from still mothers' wombs with nothing but her hands, this is possible because she has chiral hands, two right hands, rather than a pair of hands which mirror each other. While she once tried in vain to use her powers to save a still baby, she now transfers them into BB pods. A doomed sufferer, the Doctor was once a member of Bridges and accompanied its expedition to Mexico before crossing through the Plate Gate to Australia. Continue to develop our connection level and we'll receive something related to a BB pod. So curious about the Doctor's UCA history, especially when it comes to the BB pods. We do not have an entry on what chiral hands even means. Just the fact that chiral hands are two right hands rather than a pair of hands which mirror each other. Like, you know how we see the chiral crystals in the ground and they kind of refer to, those chiral crystals are in the shape of a hand? Like, maybe something like that. She takes the gloves off and they're just actual chiral crystals, perhaps? Who knows? Let's hop on in to the Magellan, which is bloody seeped in tar. Bloody hell. Can I even get in the Magellan? Oh my god. Are they going to let me in? Or no? It's all sandbagged because of the tar. I can just step over the bags. Surely. Thank you. I'll step on over the bags, please. Imagine if I wasn't allowed in. Alright, let's see what happens. Do I get any birthday celebrations?
Feeling well rested after some quality shut-eye? Why don't you try freshening up with a shower? The Doctor's talents were a sight to behold. A psychic midwife. I've never had the opportunity to watch one at work before. How many children has she held in those hands of hers, I wonder? I expect she knows a great deal about BB units as well. I spoke with Rainey earlier. She tells me Tomorrow's making excellent progress with her studies. Before we left to see the Motherhood, she was tackling and solving relatively elementary problems. But it seems she's since progressed to intermediate and higher level ones. At this rate, she might well surpass our own capabilities before long. To learn is to grow, and to watch her grow so quickly has been a delight. Apropos of nothing, those apples Rainey gave us do look tasty, I must say. Such bright, healthy colors, perfectly ripened in my estimation. How fortunate that we received so many.
And we're not even eating them. Wow, Tomorrow's making such good progress. Don't you wish that you were there to be a part of it, Sam? Maybe? Well, I'll leave the room.
Hi, Sam.
I'll have a bit of a shower. Maybe something will happen when I go to leave the Magellan, similar to whenever we've left, and it makes Rainey pop up saying, hey, answer this quiz for me.
Sam.
It's quiz time. It's quiz time once more instead of my birthday.
One last question for you. This one's hard. Do you think you can solve it?
One last question. Assuming you depart from F1, select the fastest route to deliver cargo to all facilities depicted in a single run. Okay, a single run. The fastest route to deliver all cargo to all facilities. So there's also rivers, and then there's also BT. So it looks like it'll add more time. It's just like maths, because if you just look at all of the... So even with some problems, I would say the shortest one first would be F1 to B, 8 minutes 30, and then you'd go to A, and then you'd go to C, D, and then home again. 8:30, 12:30, 23:30, 27:45. 39:45. Or I'm gonna go with that. That's my gut feeling. You go B first, then you go A, then you go C, D.
Super cool.
Super cool! Thanks, guys. That's so cool. I love these drawings of them. They're so sick. Okay, so Rainey said that's the last one. Dare I go back in and out again to see if I can get a birthday out of it? You guys want to celebrate my birthday on the correct day? Maybe? Now that Rainey's finished with her quiz time? Sadly, no birthday for Sam. Maybe I'm at a bad time in the story for it to happen. Maybe it's just not in the cards. So that's okay. I'll keep the date at this time, and maybe after we figure out this F2 problem and the tar isn't being problematic, maybe that'll fix it. So, of course, we can do the fast travel if you want. We've got the those things set up. But where's the fun in that?
Sam, have you thought about using transponders? Like make your life easier.
Cargo and vehicles cannot travel via the beach, though. So there's our little downside in regards to wanting to do travel that way. You'd have to go all on your lonesome.
Gotcha.
We're going to deliver the cargo that we are currently sitting on to our locations along the way. So we'll hit up the data scientist, Hartman's lab, the architect, Northern Observatory, and then get to F2. There'll probably be some lost cargo along the way that we'll pick up. All right, the architect is our first guy that I've delivered to crack over another star.
I really appreciate your assistance. I'd like to share this new function with you.
Construction speed boost.
I'm increasing your materials allocation.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Here's something that should enable your PCC device to build structures more quickly. I've refined all the important processes. I wanted to see if I could use my skills to do something constructive, you see. Anyway, come back soon. I like the company.
Order completed. Well done.
All right, 3 stars with the architect. Shorter construction time for the PCC, and that's essentially it. Multiple jobs have come our way to deliver to F2, which has been really nice for us because it's all obviously the destination that we're heading to. Can't complain about that. We just gotta add the Drowser.
Thank you.
Or the Dowser? Dowser? The Dowser. To our list of destinations along the way. So we're almost at F2, and there's been pretty minimal lost cargo. So if we head down to Northern Environmental Center, quick trip to the Dowser, of course. Probably won't hit 5 stars, and then we've got F2, which we should definitely be hitting 4 stars with all of the standard orders I've picked up to deliver. Alright, after a bit of a journey across the globe here, we have quite a few things to deliver. I'm going to try and not deliver all of them because it looks like we're going to hit the 4-star mark. I mean, we're probably not going to hit 5 stars based on this, but we'll see how we go.
Still out working hard after dark, I see. Appreciate the dedication. It's rare to receive something looking this good. I knew you were the right man for the job. Glad to have someone like you on our side. You have my respect. We're upping your allocation of materials again. Take what...
Now displaying your current order grade.
The Master Deliverer.
I have something I want to give you. Take it. See if it's to your liking.
That boxing kangaroos. Oh my god. Boxing kangaroos, mate. An accessory featuring 2 kangaroos wearing boxing gloves. Attaching this accessory to your backpack fills you with fight and spirit, allowing you to deal more damage with your melee attacks. Incredible.
This is a special backpack accessory we whipped up ourselves. You should find your close quarters combat abilities much improved with this little fella on board. Sure, it might just seem like a good luck charm, but fighting's about more than physical strength. It requires strength of will too. This accessory will help you harness yours, and in so doing, increase the damage you inflict. But don't take my word for it. Try it out.
Thank you, mate.
Order completed. Well done.
Alright, we're about at 4.5 stars, and time to take a new order. Deliver all tar dissolvent to the DHV Magellan. Let's dissolve this bloody tar.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Okay, So, now that we've picked up the tar dissolvent, let's drive all the way back. What an adventure we'll have of get on a road, then maybe we'll get off the road for a bit, and then we'll be back on another road for a little while, and then we'll be there. I'll be curious to see if the reason for us traveling all this way is there's going to be something that may pop up along the way. So we'll just take the pathway that goes all the way through, and hopefully something comes our way. Alright, we've made it here with no hiccups along the way. Nothing really at all along the way. So just a easy, breezy drive on over. Gonna just drop a couple packages off at the Motherhood before we jump in the Magellan.
Working late, I see. Thanks. Hold on while I check your orders. What a surprise. I can't imagine where you found this.
Nice.
Take this, along with our thanks.
We now have BB pod patterns.
We're increasing your allocation of materials.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Have you considered customizing your BB pod's exterior? You know, all benefit from a change of scene from time to time, and your child's no exception. Think about it, and take care.
Order completed. Well done.
Vog warning. Oh my god. Deliver a special solvent for tar dissolution. Holy shit. Was that available before we began the mission? All the way to F2? I think I could have taken that to the South Distro. Oh my god. That's crazy. Anyway. I'll probably have to do that again. I started the episode here and went, alright, we have a mission to go to F2. So I didn't even think to check the order terminal at the Motherhood. And we could have taken that all the way to F2. That would have been a nice delivery, that one, I bet. I almost wish they made us pick up the tar dissolvent first. Or the solution or whatever. But that's okay. I'll find my way over there eventually. Let's deliver our tar dissolvent to the Magellan.
Thanks for the help, Sam. And apologies for greeting you as a chirogram, despite all the effort you put in on our behalf. I'm tied up with ship repairs at the moment. Can't afford to risk contaminating this work site either. Anyway, let me check your cargo. On you, Sam. This cargo looks to be in perfect condition. It's no wonder your client speaks so highly of your work.
On ya, Sam.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Cheers for that, Sam. This'll take care of that blockage, no worries. We'll get started right away.
We can handle the blockage. It's fine. I'd rather you get some sleep so you're ready to tackle your next order. By the time you wake up, we'll probably be finished anyway. Enjoy your rest.
Alright, we got some corpus entries here to read about what's just come through. There's the delivery route quiz, because we did that third quiz. A popular quiz that allows porters to test their knowledge against each other. Establishing the fastest route is key to making any delivery. Decontamination. As the DHV Magellan travels through the tar currents, it accumulates large amounts of chiralium. damaging ship operations and posing a risk to the health of its crew. To keep the ship in order, the Magellan must be regularly decontaminated. Drawbridge will undertake decontamination work while Sam is out making deliveries or resting in his private room, but it's messy work, and crew members often return covered in tar. If it's not quickly washed off, even doomed sufferers may start to experience symptoms of severe chiral contamination, including suicidal thoughts. As the DHV Magellan travels through the tar currents, it accumulates tar buildup and chiralium particles. Regular decontamination is therefore part of the ship's standard maintenance regime, with the vessel designed to make this as easy as possible. Unfortunately, the current tar buildup on the DHV Magellan is far worse than anyone expected. It must be cleared using tar dissolvent before the ship can safely move from its current location. In addition to dissolving tar, the substance also functions as a protective coating, helping to prevent tar from pooling in areas it is applied to. Regular decontamination is still essential to preventing major tar blockages, but having this dissolvent on hand should make life much easier for the crew of the Magellan going forward. Very good. To the private room. I'm going to go to sleep in my blood. That's fine. The blood of my enemies and myself, instead of just having a shower beforehand. Yep, very good, Sam. You know what they should just add? When you enter the Magellan in the elevator, it sprays you with a little cleanser there, just a spray bottle. The elevator should have one of those beautiful little decontamination things. I don't have to go to sleep covered in my own filth. Wiping off the tar, we're back. Sorry about that audio noise that happens when it transitions between cutscenes. That is an unfortunate side effect of the card capture. It just, sometimes it does that, sometimes it doesn't do it at all. So I apologize.
Sam, we've used the information provided by the Motherhood's doctor to identify the location of the weapons factory. Stopping the supply of these weapons at the source will make it far easier to carry out future missions. Whereas leaving the factory alone only increases the risk of networked facilities coming under attack in the future. So let's shut it down ASAP. Tarman has already made preparations. Access the THV Magellan's delivery terminal to pick up this main order. Tarman will explain the rest.
Very nice. Yeah, can't really control that thing with the capture software, unfortunately. Sometimes, no noise, no fuss when transitioning between scenes, and then other times it makes that kind of stuttering sound, and it's a little bit annoying. Let's shower.
Hi, Sam.
Clean off the muck. Pick up an order. See if I can have a birthday celebration. We'll find out. And then Dollman's gonna say, hey, wasn't that an awesome shower?
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Yep.
Each time we take the DHV Magellan into the currents, the level of tar pollution on board increases, which is why everyone has to pitch in to clean the ship after every trip. In spite of that, we still find ourselves stymied by nasty blockages like this one. Tarman broke 3 mops attempting to dislodge a particularly stubborn wad before throwing up his hands in despair. Although he failed in that epic struggle, I can only respect his dedication.
I haven't seen Sam partaking in any cleaning, but that's probably because we're doing the deliveries. Dare I enter the Magellan once more to see if it'll, now that I've cleaned up the tar,
Feels good.
to see if it'll now celebrate My birthday? There's only one way to find out. I think the game hates me. That's okay. The game hates me. It says no bloody birthday for you, mate. Sorry, you changed the time on your pissy station? Fuck you.
Hey, tomorrow.
Good morning, Sam.
Yeah, Rainy?
Oh my god. I can hear Tomorrow and Rainy talking. That was weird. You can hear them talking to each other in the other room. That hasn't happened before. Is that new? I'll go to the surface and see if something happens. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, creepy. Why? Why?
I have a nightmare question for you.
No.
Give it a go.
Why? What do you mean? Oh my god. What the fuck, bro? Hey, I'll see if something will happen. Oh, sorry, it's creepy as fuck time. I may choose one. Tomorrow, Fragile, Rainy, or Higgs. What am I choosing and why? What's the purpose of this? Higgs being included in here is wild. I don't get it. Tomorrow I'm gonna pick you. Is there a right or wrong answer? Okay, well there's our nightmare question. Awesome. Does that keep happening?
You were tossing and turning yet again, Sam. Still having nightmares, I presume? You can try holding me while you sleep if you like.
Did I just have a nightmare about getting asked a question and then there was a choice? Yes, I did. Okay, I was like, is it gonna happen again or not? Oh. Until I answer one correctly. Ooh, I wonder if our choice will affect things.
Sam, your next order is a little complicated, if I'm being honest. I'll brief you on the particulars while you review the relevant information. Go ahead and accept this main order on the terminal.
Extract data from the weapon fabricators and destroy them. Then, bring the data back to the DHV Magellan. In the Ring Terminal Expansion Device. Jesus, that is a mission name and a half. The location of the weapons factory that the Motherhood's doctor mentioned has been found. To gather more data on local weapons production and secure the future of the mission, extract the data from the weapon fabricators and then destroy them.
Okay, Sam. This next order calls for you to infiltrate a weapons factory and disable the weapon fabricators you find within. The factory is located in this area. Although it's outside the chiral network, they have fabricators capable of producing advanced weaponry. We don't know what kind of security they have on site, so make sure you're prepared to face anything and everything. There's also a vital piece of equipment you'll need to take with you. We'll get it ready once you've finalized your route.
Thank you, mate.
The Ring Terminal Expansion Device is designed to support the Ring Terminal's hacking capabilities. The factory where the weapon fabricators are located is outside the bounds of the chiral network, and APAS has determined that you won't be able to hack into them with your Ring Terminal alone. But with this device in your possession, all you need to do is access the fabricator terminal. It'll be hacked and rendered inoperable before you know it. Once the terminal is out of action, they'll have no way of getting the fabricators up and running. And they'll likely conclude it's not worth the hassle to try and make weapons here again. Hacking the weapon fabricator terminal will also simultaneously extract any data stored in its drive. So be sure to bring the expansion device back to the Magellan once the fabricators are disabled. You'll need to submit it to the ship's delivery terminal to complete the order. We'll conduct a full analysis of the data you bring us. Oh, and a word of warning. This device contains unique components that can't be reproduced with a chiral printer. So whatever you do, don't break it. Get the job done, Sam.
Now I want to break it. What'll happen if I break it? Maybe I'll travel there without the vehicle, and we'll just take what we've got with us. So I'm gonna put the Ghost Blade in the private locker because that is a lethal weapon. So probably not gonna take that one with us. And in regards to everything else, this is just lost cargo. Leave this alone. I think we can use these red weapons. I think they have to be specifically unlocked with that pizza, secret pizza code that we were given in order for them to be dangerous. So I think we're okay. Leaving the truck with the stuff on the Magellan. We've got enough equipment to bring the house down.
Thank you. Kindly.
I'm counting on you.
Okay, so going to be crossing the red sands in the bloody desert over to the weapons fabricators. Sometimes you got to ask yourself, is it worth it? You know, when you take away the vehicle, you go, you know what, I'll take it away because maybe something will happen along the way, or it'll make it a little bit more of a unique experience. You know, just getting out on our own two legs and hitting up the journey. And I just should have taken the off-roader. Sometimes you just, you know, you go, oh, I won't take the car. Because if you take the car everywhere, it makes it a little too smooth. You know, I like using the off-roader for when I'm just doing my lost cargo deliveries and traveling ridiculous distances to pick up just one thing. And I was like, all right, we'll take it off. And now, woo! Nothing happened. The whole desert. Alright, here we are. We're approaching weapons factory. Are these those floating BT mech gentlemen? The ghost mechs? Ah, it looks to be the case.
I don't think we're alone out here.
Oh, there's a fucking... Oh, they got the symbol. Yeah, they got the thing. They set up shop here. Real bad. Man, I should have brought that Ghost Blade. Ghost Blade would have been a good choice.
Reconnaissance complete.
Thank you.
I'm home.
Okay. Ooh, hang on. One in tag. Spotted 8 targets. Was there a stealth option for these guys when we got close? I can't remember. It's in our best interest to mess them up, I dare say. Oh, I stopped breathing and... Alright, sure. I was like, maybe if I stop breathing when I'm close, but that actually... As soon as I stopped breathing, that actually made it worse. Alright, here we go. Combat music. Oh. What am I doing? I was meant to try something else, but that's okay. I was going to try the body slam. I was walking a little too slow for it. Never mind. There's quite a few of them in here. My carrier gets stuck outside just a little bit. Get in here. Still more of them. I should finish the job before we get in there. My battery. I have to build myself a generator. All the way at the back outside. What are you doing back here, boss? Well done, Sam. I'm gonna have to go literally, because we're so close to the chiral network, just pop out down here. I'm almost out of battery. Maybe once I've dealt with this spot, we'll see how we go. My poor little legs. The pizza. The pizza boxes.
Okay, we're here. Use your ring terminal expansion device to hack into the fabricator terminal.
And there it is, look at that. All of the pizza at Tommy. That's how they package them. So interesting. Alright, so you can't interact with any of these here while they're hooked up.
Those fabricators are toast. We've extracted the necessary data as well. Let's make our escape and return to the DHB Magellan. Don't forget to bring the ring terminal expansion device with you.
When did you start getting hands?
Oh, shit. Been a little while now.
Let that yawn out. There's no pretending. I will hold you and protect you. So let love warm you till the morning. Hey, brother. Did you miss me?
Hell no.
Yeah, I figured you'd pay this place a visit, seeing as how I've been distributing the fruits of this fine factory all over the continent. Some guns and violence, the whole damn world could be yours. Same as it ever was. No. Looks like you decided to trade in that rope for a stick this go-around. Well, I suppose even a porter has to pull the trigger from time to time. Oh, what about you? Hey, buddy. Are you just another soulless little husk, huh?
Let go of me!
Oh.
Pathetic guitarist. Where's the rest of your band?
Well, ain't that something?
Was it you, Heads? Huh? Was it you that killed Lou?
You still don't know, do you? Sam the man. In the dark. About everything.
The fuck you know about my kid?
If you want answers, you're gonna have to find them yourself. But the ones you do find, well, that pain you nurse will only get worse. Now, I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of that fancy boat your friends brought along, so before they show up, how about I get a little taste of that endless agony? Something special, just for you. Bit of that rope you like so much. This here, my guts. And they'll grow tighter over time. You best believe they will pop your head clean off. But you are a patriot, meaning you'll just keep coming back. Only for my boys here to keep doing their thing over and over again. So you'll just die and die and keep on dying for all eternity.
Sam! Sam!
Yeah. Really, it's a shame you won't stay dead. But hey, locking you in a cycle of endless suffering, well, that's good too. So let's let the glorious game over loop begin.
The fuck? Okay, let's fucking go.
Yeah, Big Red. Just you and me dance, huh?
He just got Anakin Skywalker. What the fuck is going on, bro?
Son of bitches like me.
Wait, what the fuck?
Sorry, Sam. We'll have to have our fun another time.
What the fuck?
Hey, who the hell are you?
Baby laughter.
No, wait!
No way. Oh yeah, just the yeah. All right.
What on earth was that red behemoth anyway? The way it wielded that sword was almost reminiscent of a samurai. A friend of yours, perhaps?
I don't know about that, but they helped me out before.
In any event, I think it's time we left this place. Come on, Sam. Let's get going and return the ring terminal expansion device to the DHV Magellan.
Yeah. Again, it's just like the really interesting part about this game is like delivery, delivery, delivery. Coolest thing you've ever seen in your life. Delivery, delivery, delivery. Coolest thing you've ever seen in your life. So we finally got to witness the full scene of that. We saw a very brief bit of that in a trailer, which was you're the one who killed Lou and you don't know anything. And then playing like a bit of Lou's theme as an electric solo riff attack. And that was the kind of the tiny piece that we'd seen. Before and after, we had not. That was where we were starting to get really fucking curious, because this weird red samurai does the baby laughter. It's got like the little lullaby tune. It's got the white strands as well. Like, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck is that? I can't wait to get some answers on this one. It's just bizarre. So we were saved by the Red Samurai for the second time, because we had when we were on the way back to Fragile and Lou back in Mexico, that is the encounter that we had. I love Higgs being like full Crow, you know, with the guitar and returning from the dead. It's this full Crow element, which I think is really good. He's just very, very chaotic with what he's approaching in terms of his supplying people with the weapons. I guess he's got a little pizza connection because Peter Englert from the first game, he's like, let's supply the weapon through the pizza, of course. That seems to make definitive sense. That just like the way that he is able to like play riffs as like electric long range attacks, and the choreography of that fight was so fantastic. But you just sat there being like, what the fuck? I think one of the more interesting parts about the Death Stranding experience is that you do have Sam as relatively kind of normal guy. Obviously, he's a doom sufferer and weird shit happens all around him, but he's like relatively grounded and normal, and he's doing his deliveries, and then all of the crazy shit happens around him with all of the other characters. He's just like, yeah, I'm just here. Oh, tomorrow we're concerned for her safety, but we don't actually need to be, because it turns out she's got secret Tar ninja abilities. And Higgs and this Red Samurai just going absolutely crazy. So we have, Higgs doing his finest Crow moment, but also in like full Armorly cosplay with the hair and the necklace and all of that kind of stuff. So we're in a Gatequake location as well. So let's just leave here, have our fancy boat show up, and I guess tell them all about it. I'm very glad we finally witnessed that scene, because it's just like one of those things where like you have no idea when that's actually going to properly show up. And as soon as you take a step out from the fabricator and see the red cult appear, you're like, oh, there's that scene. Finally. Should have just taken the bloody off-roader though, because now look at me. I got to run all this way, and the battery's going to run out on my legs. very interesting. This was like a little bit of a base of operations that was all too easy to shut down, and it's like Higgs obviously knew that we were here enough to the point where he just like shows up as soon as we've completed our work. So I wonder why we were even allowed to shut it down. It feels like we could have been stopped beforehand. So curious about it. There we go. We've got some music on the way back home, not on the way there. So that'll play us back home for a kilometer.
Thanks for the help. This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
The trip home was better than the trip there. See, the difference the music in a tune makes, you know, when it gets played. And look at the timing of the weather here. And the sunset, sunrise, one of those. One of those. I think the sun is rising. It's absolutely fucking gorgeous right now over the Australian outback. And the bloody Magellan in the background. It's bloody beautiful, mate. What a sight. Then I have to go back and explain, yeah, got the data, you know, really cool stuff. Taking out the weapon fabricators. By the way, Crazy Red Samurai. And Higgs showed up just in time for his official introduction, taking the mask off. And I think the last time we saw him was for our good old-fashioned boss fight, so he's definitely made some sparing appearances at the moment.
Too close for comfort.
We finally got to witness the iconic Dollman scene as well. Of like, are you some soulless husk? And we're like, Dollman, I didn't know you could do that with your face.
Almost lost it there.
Just like that, Sam.
Alright, here's your terminal expansion device.
Hey, Sam. Glad you're okay. I'll check your order status right away. That was some incredible fighting. I knew you had it in you.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I'm glad we could confirm that Higgs was involved. Though I still don't understand how he escaped the beach. The Ghost Mech forces are definitely under his control. And Higgs is determined to spread weapons to every corner of Australia. The information we retrieved from the device you brought back to us only serves to confirm this. We now know for a fact that the weapons popping up in this region can all be traced back to that factory. But that's not all we've determined. We've also learned about a new type of fabricator, one that wasn't present at the weapons factory. It's not clear where they're being used or what they're producing, but this likely means there may be another factory out there. We'll look into it.
Great work, Sam. That factory won't be capable of producing weapons ever again. The Motherhood should rest a little bit easier with that knowledge. Higgs remains a concern, however. It is indeed possible he has another factory elsewhere in the continent. It seems we'll need to proceed with greater caution in the days and weeks ahead. Upgrading the Magellan may also be worth considering. As for you, Sam, you need only to continue expanding the network.
For now, Sam, you should return to your private room and get some rest. You made a real difference today.
We'll see. We'll see just how much of a difference we ended up making once I return to my private room and go to sleep in my own filth once again.
She's at it again?
Wait! Looks like clear skies. Let the sun shine tomorrow. It's a Japanese game to predict the weather. I learned it as a kid. This is rainy, cloudy, and sunny. A charm to ward off evil spirits. To help keep tomorrow safe. Hope it's right.
Doesn't it always rain whenever you go outside, though?
Yes. But deep down in my heart, it's really sunny. Always.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. Let's do this. 明日天気になれ。
There. Now it'll be sunny.
Bye, Sam.
Bye. Whatever.
Sam, you know how shoes work, buddy. They're tied on. Untie your shoelaces first. These scenes are so silly. They're just like these little sprinkled out interactions with the crew that Sam barely has any influence in. He just kind of observes them doing their strange little activities and then tries to involve himself, but is kind of dumb about it. And then goes, oh, well, see you later, guys. I'm going to go sleep in my own blood now. All right, Sam, time to have a play shower.
The neck injury you suffered during your altercation with Higgs appears to have healed. You know, I've been thinking about what he said at West Fort Knot. He claimed that extinction wasn't his creed, that he wanted to build a world where fear and violence are king. I can only assume that at present he lacks the means to set the last stranding in motion. So instead, he settled for trying to pit people against one another so they can tear the world apart for him. The weapons factory was just a means to that end. All the more reason why we need to rely upon the rope that is the chiral network to bring the whole continent together. But that's not all he said, of course. He wanted to get under your skin with those comments about Loom. To get his revenge by inflicting as much pain and suffering as possible on the undying repatriate. Personally, I think you should try to put it out of your mind. Focus on finishing this journey, and in doing so, finding the closure you need. That's one of the reasons we took to the road, after all. That and finishing the network to bring forth a new plate gate. Let's carry on, Sam. One step at a time.
Sam, Charlie here. Another assignment has been registered in the system. You can pick up this main order by accessing the Motherhood's delivery terminal.
Okay. New entry. Geisha divination. It's a bit of a wordy one. A form of fortune telling that has been practiced in Japan since ancient times. While it traditionally involved kicking a geisha sandal off one's foot and into the air, can be performed using any type of footwear. So that's what we were just witnessing. If your footwear lands soul down, the day ahead will be sunny. Soul up, it will be rainy. And if it lands on its side, expect clouds. In the pre-stranding world, there were a number of interesting Japanese customs involving shoes. Travelers approaching a mountain pass or steep hill would throw their sandals into the branches of a nearby tree and replace them with a new pair, believing this would ensure their safe passage. The idea was that such places represented a boundary between the ordinary and the divine, and that new sandals were required to enter such consecrated ground. This practice was known as kutsukake, and the word survives in several place names to this day. Ashita tenki ni nare, let the sun shine tomorrow, the phrase uttered when divining the weather, can be considered a kind of prayer, a plea for tomorrow to be a fine day, and for Drawbridge's mission to be a success. The Grismek Gazer has updated to say they've got additional armor plating. Higgs, Sam's nemesis. Did we not? I think we've had him pop up already, and then it's probably just updated. Higgs had a hand in the weapons factory, but how did he come to control such a large facility? He originally had no abilities of his own and exploited those of others for his power, first using Fragile, then Armorly. Perhaps the weapons factory and Ghost Max are merely his latest sources of power, his new sticks. Or, given the ghost mechs can operate outside the chiral network and don't seem to be powered by any kind of ordinary mechanism, maybe in his extended duration on the beach, Higgs has developed some special abilities of his own. I mean, which would be understandable. It would make sense. We have a new order to choose from. The weapons factory is no more. Thanks, Sam. I hope that'll stem the flow of weapons for a while. Maybe one day we can all live in peace, and the world won't need any weapons at all. Tomorrow's development. Tomorrow's really coming along. The shock of what happened to her messed her up, but she's obviously a bright kid. You know, I'm starting to feel a little like her mother. It's a strange sensation, but I kind of like it. It feels warm. And Sam, you could kind of feel like Tomorrow's father, maybe. What do you reckon? Why are... We're ready to go. The tar build-up on the DHV Magellan's all cleared up, thanks to the dissolvent you brought us. Tomorrow and Rainy are absolutely exhausted and have gone to sleep already. Thanks for the delivery, and don't forget to take a rest too, Sam. And the armed survivalists are involved as well. I think I've just realized something that's really funny, is because I've changed the time in my PlayStation to try and get birthday stuff, these posts are now going to be out of order, which is very funny. So these are really early ones when we were in Villa Libre. Now these Triple S posts are down here. That's what you get for messing with time. I go, oh, I'll try and make my birthday happen. Tomorrow's playing with the apple, and it's not being dissolved. Wonderful. All right, we'll take a rest here, and then we'll take on the next main order. All right, so we have a Triple S post from the Dowser. Can you deliver something to the Pioneer? I used my dowsing skills to track down a piece of lost cargo and found that it had been dropped somewhere near the Motherhood. It's meant for the Pioneer, so could you deliver it to him? It's probably worth paying him a visit anyway. He's got all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff. And of course, because our Triple S is in the wrong order at the moment, isn't that so fun? The good news is we can press to read unread posts, so I can read it a little bit out of order. Easy figure, an assigned poster for the Pioneer. So we got a brand new character coming in. Of course. Okay. Give me a second here. I've got to get in here. They've put a signed poster in the building. There we go. Bet you didn't expect that. Guess you can go turn that light on. Anything in here? Okay, so stuff for the Pioneer, which is located... Oh, cool. He's out living in the middle of the bloody sandy desert. Gotcha. First, we'll deliver what we've got to the Motherhood. We've got a couple of pieces of lost cargo, and we're picking up our next main order.
Let's get a move on.
Sam, do you remember the coffin Higgs used to make his escape from the weapons factory? Well, it seems we've identified a similar-looking object. The mechanic, whose shelter you're slated to link up next, reached out to us. He's asked us to go and retrieve this object on his behalf. I'll give you a more detailed briefing as you review the request. Accept the main order on this delivery terminal to proceed.
So we've got the Pioneer and the mechanic coming up.
Appreciate you stopping by. Please wait while I review active orders. We assumed this delivery was lost for good, but Here you are, proving us wrong. We're so grateful for your help. It's only right we share this with you.
Large capacity blood bag.
We're increasing your allocation of materials.
Now displaying your current Porter grade.
I don't know if you've been using them much yourself, but this is a new model with increased capacity. There are people in these parts who won't hesitate to use force to get what they want. I suggest you take this with you, just in case things get rough out there. Keep it close on the way back.
Order completed. Well done.
Very nice. Recover the coffin from the armed survivalist's base, and then we're delivering that to the mechanic. So the mechanic's out there, Pioneer is out there. Gotcha. So it's similar to the one that Higgs used to escape. This is very curious. Your next port of call is the mechanic, who has spotted a suspicious coffin being taken into the armed survivalist base nearby. It may pose a threat to the mechanic, so recover it to put his mind at rest.
Hello, Sam. Charlie here. This next order requires you to retrieve a piece of cargo. Said cargo is located somewhere within this armed survivalist's base, and is a distressingly familiar coffin-shaped object. Additional devices of unknown purpose appear to have been delivered to the base as well. While much remains unclear, securing the coffin for study may provide us with intel on Higgs and his movements. The mechanic is eager to conduct an analysis, and we have every intention of cooperating with him. That's all the additional information I have for now. There may be more surprises in store for us during this operation, so take all due care in plotting your route and finalizing your equipment loadout. We're counting on you, Sam.
Can't wait to see what all the fuss is going to be about.
Order accepted.
It's going to be a piece of cake. And grabbing that coffin, delivering it to the mechanic, and heading to the Pioneer are going to be next episode's activities. So thank you so very much for joining me for this episode of Death Stranding 2. I hope that you enjoyed it. It was great to finally witness that scene in that warehouse between Sam and Higgs, but get like the full exposure to it and everything surrounding it. It was just brilliant to behold and to witness. I had a great time with that one, and very curious about our Mechanic and Pioneer characters, as well as this familiar looking coffin object. We'll be grabbing that one next time, so thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you then.